Hello guys, welcome to my guide. I will explain how the speedrun on entry mode works for solos for your combat achievements. So of course you want to be potted up before you enter, which is not, a highlight that I took into consideration. We start off with Maiden. I always like to drop one angler. So by doing that, I actually can equip 3 things. And I like to equip, some higher intensity max hit ranging weapons to 1 hit, that's a 19 if I'm correct, into a BGS to lower his stats. What I should have done was actually the claws over here, due to the fact we had a 71 BGS. To speed it up a little bit of Maiden, but I decided not to, and I don't know why. It was just a poor choice, so I should have clawed over there, honestly. That would have speeded up, I think, at least by maybe 2 or 3 game ticks in the end. I always like to kill them due to the fact that they might heal. I don't know whether they do in entry, but in regular state they always heal. So basically I kill the minions over there, there are only 16. I don't kill this one over here. I completely ignore it. It's not for to actually get it. And I actually misclicked in the in the thingy, but it's barely anything anyway. So I consistently want to try to be as fast as possible due to the fact it's a speedrun, of course. And we make time, so don't worry. Maybe you make time by an easy amount, I think. I cannot remember anymore. I pick up my angler over here and I make sure I always angler up. It's very important to angler up before you enter Bloat, because my method requires a little bit of, how will I say, tricky placements and attacks. So basically I equipped my Salve EI, enter, and you never want to follow him. You always want to head on and then face him and do your BGS spec. Therefore, you can run through him without getting too much damage. If you follow behind him and then BGS, you actually take more damage than needed, and unfortunately, you will see very soon that we effed it up. So basically I clicked here, but I clicked through him, so that was a mistake. This should have been the second hit, but it is delayed a little bit. So now I'm still with my Salve and equipped with my Scythe. I'm just gonna follow him, and then when I'm low, I actually equipped my first P-neck. Then I'm gonna equip my second P-neck. So second P-neck is there. He should be going down right now. I totally took a miscalculation there. I took the wood down there, so I wanted to run away before I died, but it is what it is. So I lost about 1 side hit here. Shit happens, I guess. So you basically want to side him down. It's nothing too much. If you actually wait and not do the P-necks, it takes way too long, and you might have a second down, which is just not worth it. Drop yourself your regular Salve, not EI, my bad. And then just take whatever you want. It's not really, you don't really need food anyway. So Nylocas is the room where I lost the most time. I'm not good at solo Nylocas. So I equipped pretty much full range due to the fact I'm most familiar with range. And I don't want to waste my dragon darts or whatever I use in the blowpipe. So I should have actually T-bowed maybe this hit and then went on to the mage and then went on to the melee. That should have been better, but I chose poorly. 0 over there. It is what it is, and this is all, tick waste. By not consistently hitting and running towards, let's say, if I want to go from here to here or something, I should have maged and then go to there, for example, So you're never off cooldown with your weapons. Try to always be on cooldown with your weapons, due to the fact that is the least amount of tick loose. I don't think I really do a lot of entries. I think this was only my second entry for the combat diaries, but that's about it. So basically this is without doubt the reason that I lose the most things. I like to bring my chins always due to the fact that once there are 2 rangers, that's a little bit in the later waves, we will easily just barrage them with the mages and the chins on the rangers to, save a little bit of time. It's not It's not a lot, but it adds up over a long period of time. Let's say it like that, you know? So actually I did a side hit there. Side hit can be very good as long as the minions are next to each other, so you hit twice or underneath each other. Otherwise, make sure you have a 4-tick or a 3-tick weapon. For example, the 3-tick weapon, I will slow down this part over here. So let's go 10 seconds back. You want to have, for the meleeers, you want to have a swift blade or a hem joint. Then over here, now the rangers will spawn. When I slow it down, you will see it over here. I do a mage hit into a range hit into a second range hit, and there it is. So now we go back to normal speed again and actually showcase that is a little bit better. I should have barraged over here, but you know, oh, I think I actually did it. Yes, okay, so the barrage over there is fine. They're both dead, that's good. It was a poor sight, but it is what it is. So those two you can, I think, sight if I'm correct. I haven't done it in ages like TOB, but you know, my recall says that it is possible. So over here I should barrage that, which I'm not doing due to the fact that I misclicked, but it is what it is. You can technically barrage a whole pile. The negative downside on barraging a whole pile is if you do that, the other styles are inadequate to getting damaged upon. So I chint that due to the fact that they both die. So basically, if you do a damage dealing effect upon a different style, you're basically screwed. That you cannot attack it anymore, and it will just chip away your pillars, which is not something you like to see. Due to the fact if a pillar dies, you get insane amount of damage upon you. So basically, every wave is always the same. So it's basically a memory game. You know what's gonna spawn where, how, when, and which sides. So that's quite nice, but that only comes with practice, obviously. So over here I should have chinted. I don't think I did. Nope. Okay, I just didn't see it, I guess. This over here should have been a nice barrage. Bloat barrage for heal. Don't ice barrage unless you have a very big pile and you just want to be fast, if that makes sense. Which in our case wouldn't matter too much, but yeah, it's preferable, of course. So we are almost done with this room, and then the end boss is coming towards us. So let's see, we have one more wave, or this is the wave, I think. I should have chinned it, but you know. Okay, there's the chin, very good. Oh yeah, as you saw over there, I will slow it down and showcase it to you guys. The moment that I grab my red chin jumpas, over here, I throw them. Since you get an XP drop over here, which is the chin drop, it registers upon being green. Green is rangers. As you see it fly, it turns actually towards white. But it already had registered due to the fact that the XP drop is there. So they always will die. Even though they exploded on the white, which is melee, it still registers by, you know, the fact that we threw it earlier. Now over here is just a nice sight and just, you know, switching it up. But definitely a swift blade or a hem joint is just way better. I should have barraged a little bit more perhaps. This room is just... I'm out of practice for this room. For sure I am. So let's see. Yeah, I was totally wrong about the waves, but these are the hardest waves. I was just not paying attention. Let's see. A couple rangers turn magic on here, because there are a lot of majors. So let's say the moment that they are not attacking a pillar, so that's everything in the middle over here, pray accordingly to what you see. Because those over here, over here, over here, and here won't attack you. But 2 out of the 3 over here are magic and 1 melee. So I equip mage prayers. Due to the fact that I don't like to, you know, die, for example. So a lot of majors, this is often referred as the mage waves, which are, yeah, quite difficult, I would say, in a way. But we are getting along quite nicely. I don't do a lot of switches, and I can clearly see that my switches are not on point. I'm a whole lot better right now, but this is recorded pretty much months ago when I couldn't really switch that good, if that makes sense. But it should be fine, We still will make easily time. So if I'm correct, even though we were not in the boss itself, let's say between banking for your chest and whatnot, I think actually that counts as well, but I could be wrong. So try to bank as fast as possible as well. I saw the chins there, so boom, a little bit late, it is what it is. So normally I'm always the ranger, so I like to bring my chins and things like that. And in a solo, you gotta be everything, which is quite tedious. Okay, this is the last waves. I can chill right now, basically. It doesn't really matter, because nothing is about to die. It's 15%, 25%. You know, you can just take your time, and there is nothing that you really need to do. So now you want to equip your full melee, due to the fact it always spawns upon meleeing. And actually, if I'm correct, claws into Heli is the best. I don't know whether I'm doing that or not. No, I just double claw. Okay, it's less effective, but it's fine. And then a side. The reason that actually I do that is due to the fact that on entry mode, if we attack it, it's longer the same color. Therefore, we can actually stay a little bit longer on one side. So it's just barraging over here and whatnot. I think Bloat Brush would have been better. I perhaps misclicked. Okay, it's that. So basically, the angler that we dropped, we should pick that up once more. And remember what I did with Maiden? That's exactly what we're gonna do with Sotetseg. It's quite a nice thing. It does not always hit, because Sotetseg is a little bit higher in defense, generally speaking, but I like to still do at least one hit and then walk upon him. I lost a tick there, but you know, it is what it is. Normally, in a normal run, you Warhammer, but I double claw here due to the fact we are upon entry. You don't really need to play melee. Not at all. Entry mode is so slim that it actually regulars are already so slim that they attack you. Now, I made one mistake, and that's actually by following the path. I don't think you gotta need to follow the path due to the fact that we're soloing, and in the solo entry, we perhaps spawn next to him instead of on the maze. Yeah. Okay, cool. We spawn next to him. So I shouldn't have done it and just ran straight across it. Might take a little bit more damage, but who cares? It would have saved more time. But it's fine. We did double claw, so the damage is already quite nicely going up. In a way, maybe a BGS would have been better and then a claw, but I highly doubt it due to the fact that it's so fast that anyway. So I make the second mistake once more by following the path. I think running across might have been better due to the fact that we're soloing and it's entry. So normally in a normal solo, you will actually end up over here. So you kind of need to know the path, but upon an entry, don't worry about it. So still according to whatever he attacks, you just pray, besides the fact that melee, F melee, not really needed. I right click my crystal halberd, because I knew 30 would be there. 30 is there, and tada. See Heli to make, make it a little bit faster. So upon entering here, I might have actually eat behind-side an angler up. But, you know, whatever, I guess. Food is not an issue. So you kind of always want to find yourself I don't know what there are. Let's say skeletons or whatever it is. And you just stand upon them until the boss spawns. Now, the boss does not spawn instantly. This will take a little bit, and you want to make sure his defense does not increase, if I'm saying that correctly. So I'm consistently trying to go everywhere and just stand on it. Okay, so one over there. And I think that's actually the last one. It seems to be. Nope, I am incorrect. So I actually equipped my claws, because I don't think it is worth to BGS here. Normally you should. Entry mode, I don't think so. It is not really... So the reason why we don't BGS always is due to the fact that the defense is already that low. The reason that we still BGS on Bloat is due to the fact we Phoenix necklace, and therefore I consistently do that wrong there, it seems. Yep. But it doesn't matter too much. So you can go back as you saw over there. I don't know whether you saw it, but if we go back 10 seconds, slow it down. Once we run over here, it registers there. You can go back and not get damaged and do it again. But it is what it is. I made a mistake because it spawned over there. I screwed this part up so bad. So, as you see, by the way, over here, everything that is yellow, you don't want to have the splashes, like the poison splash upon it. It actually will prevent you from dealing damage. So definitely try to... Oh, it actually screeds. So the moment that it's about to screech, that's right now, you can just stand upon it and he cannot face you. The moment that he faces you, you run away. So you can do 2 sides, 1 side, 2 side, 1 side. Oh, never mind. You can do 2 sides in entry mode consistently. That was quite easy. He can just not face you. The moment that he faces you, you will be dead. So I eat my angler here. I think that's why I brought the angler to overeat. So I could, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I brought the angler to overeat for the staff. Yeah, that makes total sense. So now we just instantly started. Do 1 hit over here, a regular hit, then, a second hit, but special attacks. And a 3rd hit. Okay, I'm gonna equip my scythe. The moment that she charges, you can just run out. I will do a sea heli, and it's dead. I actually almost killed myself there by walking back. I had no idea that it was that fast, if that makes sense. Because the phase was normally takes way longer. Okay, so you want to consistently avoid those hits. So she will always throw it where you stand. Thus having to consistently walk. Now, this one over here, you might want to kill it instantly. And you kill it by having something equipped, which is venomous. So, a Serp Helm, in my case. The normal colored crabs, you just want to avoid them like the plague, because they explode next to you and deal high damage. So, these one over here, I might actually... I don't know, I might... should have just DPS through, and I got hit here, which is a big mistake. It is what it is. Don't stand next to her, because she will bounce you. But I think if I DPS through and just not focused on the crabs, I might head it down earlier, if that makes sense. And just completely crab skip, if that makes the time faster. I think it does make the times faster. So this is a mage hit. Okay, standing under. I would chance there a melee hit. Okay, that's a mage hit. So I every time go under her, right before she attacks. So we don't get melee hits, if that makes sense. And then we go out. Oh, that was actually a range hit. And we avoid the minion over there. This is a melee hit. Yep, okay, chanced myself there. Another melee hit. But I think I was just a little screwy and took by myself. You know what? We're just gonna kill it fast. Because, this actually, I will go 10 seconds back. The reason that I see Helid here was in the hope that we proxed the webs on a lower HP. So we are instantly done on webs. By the end of it, if that makes sense. That was my goal. So we always attack once every side. So in the middle, once. In the middle, or, close to the middle, I missed a hit there. So, I completely screwed up. But it's fine, just hit, and that's actually it. We completed it. That was not too difficult. As you saw, I didn't need any food, nothing like that. I only overate pretty much with anglers. Good luck on your journey, guys. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.